This is Southern Cross News with Rachel Williams.
Good evening. 3 people have managed to escape their burning home overnight after a fire broke out in the property's basement. With no working alarms, those inside only realised the danger that they were in after smelling the smoke engulfing the property.
Scorched and charred, this man cave, once used by a teenage boy, now lies in ruin. Just after midnight, an electrical fault, believed to be caused by an overloaded power board, set the room alight.
They noticed some smoke and heard an explosion, small explosion, so they got up and investigated.
When firefighters arrived, the blaze was well going. Investigations reveal the smoke alarms inside the house did not have any batteries.
Fires has spread through the wall cavities up into the roof space, so the brigade had to remove plaster and wall linings to get into those spaces to make sure it had fully extinguished.
Damage was largely contained to within the solid brick home, but a young family next door worried it would spread.
There was just a big bang. The whole roof was just covered in white smoke.
Although the building is insured, the contents inside are not. There is now significant smoke damage to the property, and firefighters estimate the repair bill to be $150,000. The house may need to be bulldozed.
There certainly are some lessons. Don't overload your power boards. Don't have too many connectors or appliances connected. Make sure that the power board itself has a cutout device.
Tom Johnson, Southern Cross News.
The state government is spruiking its pre-budget plans in the form of a $4.8 million Jobs Action Plan. A jobs bus in the Derwent Valley, part of the initiative, aiming to provide an alternative transport option for those without a car or driver's licence.
This jobs bus is part of the state government's pre-budget package, set to be rolled out over 4 years, aiming to boost regional employment numbers. Its first stop, the Derwent Valley.
Too often Tasmanians who are looking for work and younger Tasmanians entering the workforce don't have the transport that they need to get to businesses, which are often in regional areas of Tasmania.
The initiative is in partnership with TasCos and the TCCI, but it's yet to be determined where the rest of the funding will go. A lack of transport to and from work, the first area identified as an obstacle.
But if you don't own a car, if you don't have a driver's licence, or you don't have the networks in your community to link in with others as a passenger on the way to work, then you are really out of that job market at the moment. One of the most common themes we heard was that challenge around early starts, and particularly in the agriculture sector, or weekend work in the tourism and hospitality sector.
The exact bus route and timetable is yet to be confirmed, but it's likely to target early morning and late night shifts. This organisation says they're hoping to see a boost in numbers during the peak harvest season.
It is a significant barrier for us during cherry season to find enough labour. And one of the comments we get back is that it's just too difficult to get out here to work.
The trial will begin in July. Talia Higgins, Southern Cross News.
And the state government has announced $250,000 will be allocated in the upcoming budget to upgrade Hobart's Rugby Park. Players today thrilled the ground will now receive better lighting, saying it's a game changer for night games and for Tasmanian women rugby teams. The female change rooms set to be included in the upgrade.
As women increase their participation in traditionally male-dominated sports, we don't have the amenities to fully cater for women players, and by that I mean change rooms and the like.
It's fantastic. It's obviously something that's very sensitive, and we need to be, we need to evolve, and we're making a lot of progress with, thinking about the new developments in our sport and what we need to cater for.
The lights will be updated to a semi-professional standard on both fields. Boaties are being encouraged to report sightings of a humpback whale, which was last seen on Wednesday night entangled in marine debris near Fortescue Bay off the southeast coast. De Pipui says members of the public shouldn't attempt to rescue the whale. Anyone who does see it should call the whale hotline. Walter Micak, whose family was killed in the Port Arthur massacre in 1996, has spoken publicly in Tasmania for the first time since the tragedy. He was in Hobart today, officially launching the book Letters of Love in memory of his daughters Alana and Madeline and the Foundation's 20th anniversary. The book features over 50 letters from celebrities, public and non-public figures. Tasmania has suffered a big loss in its opening game at the AFLW Under-18 Championships in Adelaide. The side managed just one goal, 3 behinds in their 49-point loss to South Australia. But the visitors showed plenty of fight in the bruising contest.
Oh, that's...
Tasmania will be back out against the Northern Territory tomorrow. Glenorchy's wretched run at home has been extended by another week as the Northern Bombers staked their claim as premiership favourite from the opening bounce. The visitors were never seriously challenged over the 4 quarters, running out comfortable 18-point winners.
Looking for home ground redemption, the Magpies made early mistakes as Event put it straight back into the Creswell-Beakley stand. By the time Walsh sank this from long range, the Bombers were away to a comfortable lead. Glenorchy finally troubling the scorers at the 23rd minute mark of the first. Coach Aaron Cornelius with plenty to say at the change. And while the Pies warmed up in the second, the visitors continued to press home the advantage as the weather closed in. Despite Pearce's good touch, it would be the Bombers emerging victorious by 3 goals. At the Twin Ovals, the Tigers endured a difficult day against Launceston. The home side missing the brilliance and experience of a number of senior players. The Blues methodical in their approach to run out winners by a whopping 81 points. Meanwhile, Devonport have shown plenty of pluck in their home side against Lauderdale, but a 6-goal second quarter brought the Bombers back into the match before they outmuscled the Magpies in the second half to run out easy 6-goal winners. And Hobart City Demons have fallen over the line by the narrowest of margins against Clarence at Blunston Arena. The Demons led at every change in the tightest of tussles, busting the Roos' run in the round 7 nail-biter and keeping them in touch with the top 4. Andrew McCarthy, Southern Cross News.
Olympia Warriors have continued its dominant run in the NPL with a 4-0 win against local rivals Clarence United. But despite the lopsided scoreline, the Reds showed glimpses of a team that may be back on the winners list sooner rather than later.
The early signs were ominous for Clarence as star striker Jacob Sklaner wasted no time opening the Warriors' account. Before long, he was at it again and it looked as though Olympia were on the verge of blowing the game open into a one-sided goalfest. But the Reds steadied, and while Alan Jablonski's undermanned squad struggled in offence, their defence toiled bravely as the Warriors continued to press. An honourable loss appeared likely until Cartwright blazed away, hammering it into the back of the net as United lost focus. Undy making it 4-0 in the dying seconds of injury time to give the visitors more heartache in a wretched season so far. In today's other match, South Hobart have travelled down the southern outlet and made short work of Kingborough. Ken Morton's men ruthless in the 5-0 win. And in State League netball, Arrows has continued on its winning ways, making short work of a Kingston team trying to stamp its credentials as a genuine title contender. The visitors untroubled as they shot their way to glory in the thumping 30-69 win. Andrew McCarthy, Southern Cross News.
Good evening. We had showers in the east and south this morning with 38 millimetres of rain falling at Bicheno. Hobart reached 15 degrees. It was 17 in Launceston and 16 in both Burnie and Devonport. Lyowini was the coldest overnight, down to -1, but warming up to 8 degrees today. It reached 17 at St Helens and Flinders Island, 16 at Low Head and Ouse, 15 at Maria Island and 12 degrees at Grove. Taking a look at the satellite images, low-level cloud can be seen over the southeast quarter of Australia, including Tasmania, and there's a jet stream causing high-level cloud to move across eastern New South Wales and into the Tasman Sea. On the close-up, scattered cloud over the north of the state with broken cloud elsewhere. Tomorrow, the western low approaching Western Australia will intensify, with other systems remaining near stationary. And there's another low developing off the New South Wales coast. Southeast to southwesterly winds reaching up to 20 knots about the east, swells up to 2.5 metres in the west. A possible shower for Hobart tomorrow, looking at a top of 14 degrees. The same for Richmond, Ouse partly cloudy 14. Launceston and Devonport partly cloudy, 16 degrees, 15 for Deloraine. A partly cloudy day for Burnie tomorrow, 16, Strawn and Curry both 15. St Helens partly cloudy, 15, the same for Swansea, Whitemark 16. Looking ahead to Monday now, showers about the far northwest decreasing during the day, morning showers in the south and some afternoon rain about the east coast also, but fine elsewhere. Tuesday, fine with light showers about the east coast and the Bass Strait Islands, and Wednesday, light showers in the far northeast and over the islands, but mostly fine around the rest of the state. Around the country tomorrow, showers for Perth, Brisbane and Sydney, sunny for Adelaide, Darwin mostly sunny and a partly cloudy day for Melbourne.
Well, that's all your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day tomorrow and don't forget to spoil your mum. Good night.